Yesterday, it was almost like a massacre. It was tears. It was just sorrow.
The issue, the problem that we're facing is that many students don't have a home of record. They have nowhere to go. We have family and children's here. We are reaching out to Grand, Counseling Recovery. We're reaching out to Dream Center, Tulsa Boys Home, Tulsa Girls Home. We need help.
I've been hearing, that Job Corps is where bad kids go and it's where all the trouble kids go. That's not true. There are a lot of good people here.
I would say for our lawmakers, you guys need to get on the ground and get back in touch with the community. It's easy to sign a piece of paper and walk away and not see the devastation. It's here. It's real.
Don't shut the door. We need Job Corps.
What do you say to a student who had nothing that came here for not just housing, not just food, but to have a future, and now just for it to all be shut down?
The mother of a Job Corps student similarly emotional about what will happen to the students left behind.
It's plenty of kids in that building who depend on that building that don't have nobody. Plenty of kids that don't have a parent or nobody in their family like me.
Nolan says she had to pick up her daughter from Job Corps without any notification from an official at the facility. She says the most painful part, never being allowed to help her child with her belongings.
To watch my baby bring all her belongings down with 4 other students who were residents here was heartbreaking. They done created a domino effect. Them kids in there, that aggression gonna come out some way, and all aggression don't come out in a helpful way.
Well, dumbass Donald and his administration got rid of Job Corps. It's a program that helps poor kids and young men and women to get job training. And a lot of times it puts them in, it's like an apprenticeship basically. And my uncle was actually in Job Corps, and he swears by it. He said he wouldn't be the man he was today if it wasn't for Job Corps. And he was a young, white, rural, poor kid. I mean, my grandparents had nothing. And it was a huge help for him. But I'm going to show you a news clip of what's actually happening. And then I'm going to show you some articles of what the Trump administration said would happen.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to talk about something really upsetting. DT has officially shut down the Job Corps program. Yes, the same program that has helped thousands of young people from low-income families get education, get job trainings, and a real shot at a better future. And now, it's all gone. So let's break this down. If you're coming across this channel for the first time, my name is Rosemary. Kindly consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Before we get to the video, let me play a few clips on the same, and I'll be back with my commentary. All credit goes to the original creators of these videos.
Where are you gonna go?
I don't know. I tried making a few calls, trying to figure out something, but as of so far, there's nothing that's solid ground.
18-year-old Cameron is dazed. His son, reality, he has no place to live. Where are your parents?
One is in jail, the other is dead.
He lived at Detroit Job Corps on Detroit's west side, a career training facility for young people. A sad scene. Friday afternoon, dozens lugged garbage bags full of their belongings, some into their parents' trunks, and others, well, they didn't have anywhere to go.
The staff, they had us go to the wreck at about 1:30, and they broke the news to us, and they had us go to the dorms, pack our stuff.
So let's look at who's in Job Corps. The ages are 16 to 24, men and women. The average age is 19. They're from disadvantaged backgrounds, debilitating environments, and they are in need of education and training. And as you can see here, 59% male, 77% lack the high school diploma or equivalent, 75% are minority groups, 50% are African American. Now let's look at what they said was going to happen to these people. They said they were planning a pause and an orderly transition for students, staff, and local communities. And the pause would occur by June 30th. They are actually closing these facilities down right now and kicking people out, as you could see. And then Lori Chavez comes out and says they are ensuring participants are supported through this transition and connected with resources they need to succeed as we evaluate the program's possibilities. No, they didn't. They booted these people out with nowhere to go. I mean, there's homeless 17, 18, 19-year-olds who are now out on the streets instead of getting job training. And this is why MAGA is full of shit. Because this should be MAGA. These are people that are Americans that need help. And they are trying. They're not out selling drugs. They're trying to get job training and be better people. And, of course, Trump and his admin had to shut it down because it's made up of minorities and poor people who they do not give a shit about. 20 years of pull yourselves up by the bootstraps finally coming true. And from the videos I've seen, it can hit voters straight in the face and they'll still give this motherfucker an A or a B because they are in a cult. This is why I can't stand these people.
So let me get this straight. They say that young people don't want to work. They say that they need more jobs in America, right? And their solution is shutting down Job Corps? Free educational program that offers 60,000 kids between the ages of 16 and 24 opportunities to understand how to work. This program helps people that have nowhere else to turn. It means aging out of foster care, kids with IEPs, young kids that did not thrive in a traditional school setting. The Republican administration wants to build the American workforce, but they don't want to support the workers in the first place. Make it make sense. Newsflash, Republicans. You can't grow the economy when you're slashing the very programs that equip these people to join the workforce in the first place. It is short-sighted, it is cruel, and it is entirely avoidable. You do not get a strong workforce by cutting the ladder that helps people climb out of poverty. It is very obvious that they are not just defunding opportunity. They are dismantling a future where only the privileged get to succeed.
Did you know that Trump is closing Job Corps? The organization that has offered and given opportunities to millions of young adults from age 18 to 24. He's closing it. The Department of Labor announced this week it will pause operations at Job Corps centers nationwide, a move that has already gotten pushback from both sides of the aisle on Capitol Hill. The department said Thursday it will begin a phased pause, initiating an orderly transition for students, staff, and local communities. The pause will occur by June 30th. Job Corps, established as part of the Economic Opportunity Act, went back when we had presidents that actually put forth things to benefit all Americans, of 1964, is a free residential education and job training program for low-income people between 16 and 24 years of age. Why do you think he wants to get rid of the job opportunities for young adults? Committee Chair Susan Collins from Maine said serving nearly 500 students in Maine, the Loring Job Corps Center and the Penobscot Job Corps Center have become important pillars of support for some of our most disadvantaged young adults. That's why at an appropriations hearing just last week, I urged Secretary Chavez de Romer to resume enrollment at Maine's 2 Job Corps centers and to reverse the department's proposed elimination of the Job Corps program. Congress appropriated funding for Job Corps, and the Trump administration can't just decide to not spend it because they want to make room for tax cuts for billionaires. So that's what's happening. He had the money was already allotted to Job Corps, but now Trump is taking it back to collect more money for the billionaires. He is literally taking these opportunities from American youth to learn job skills, training, specialties, so he can collect the money for the billionaire tax cuts. And you know what's funny is they're deporting all these immigrants, and guess who's going to be working those fields? Those 16 to 24-year-olds. This place is going to shit. This place is going to fucking shit.
Job Corps has been around for decades. It's a federal program that helped young people aged 16 to 24 who were struggling with poverty, unemployment, or lack of education. A lot of these young folks didn't have access to college or trade schools, but with Job Corps, they could learn real skills like welding, construction, healthcare, culinary arts, and more. And they didn't just get training, they also got a place to stay, food, and a support system. Sounds like something we need more of, right? Well, not according to DT. In late May 2025, the DT administration announced a nationwide shutdown of Job Corps. They said it's too expensive, the graduation rates are too low, and there are safety concerns. So now, by June 30th, all 99 centers will be closed. That's 25,000 students kicked out of a program that was literally changing their lives. And thousands of staff members are losing their jobs too. Now let's be real. This is not just about numbers or graduation dates. This is about real people. Real young people who are trying to turn their lives around. Some of these students were homeless. Some had been in foster care. Some were trying to escape violence or poverty in their neighborhood. Job Corps gave them structure, safety, and hope. So now, where do they go? What happens to the 18-year-old who was learning how to become a certified nursing assistant? What happens to the young man who was just started his electrician training and was finally starting to believe in himself? Makes no sense. This is going to hit low-income communities the hardest. Many of these kids come from Black, the Latinos, and the rural white communities. They didn't have rich parents or private schools. They had dreams, and Job Corps was one of the only way to make the dreams live. Now, that lifeline is gone. And what do you think happens when young people don't have access to education or job or training? We see more unemployment, we see more crime, more mental health struggles, more young people feeling like they don't matter. DT claims it's about jobs and opportunities, but this move proves otherwise. He is slashing programs that actually worked for the people who needed them most. But think about it. How much does the government spend on tax cuts for the rich, or military contracts, or bailing out big corporations? Suddenly, helping young people is too expensive. Sounds like the priorities are all messed up. If you go online now, you will find stories from students. Some say Job Corps was the first time they ever earned 3 meals a day. Some say it helped them get their first job. Others say they were able to help their families out of poverty after graduation. And now, they are left in the dark, confused and afraid. Many didn't even get proper notice. Some will be forced to go back to the dangerous living conditions. Others will have no way to finish their education or training. Imagine working so hard to better your life and then the government pulls the life from under you. The National Job Corps Association is suing to stop this shutdown, and focus groups are begging Congress to step in, but DT and his team are moving fast. They want to shut everything down before the public can push back hard enough. It's a strategy. Create chaos, then disappear before accountability hits. So what can be done? First, people need to stay informed. Don't let them quietly kill programs like this without anyone noticing. Second, if you live in the US, call your representative, demand they fund Job Corps, and not protect it from being destroyed. And that, if you know someone who was in the Job Corps, reach out. They might need help right now. Be community for each other when the government fails. This is not just another budget cut. This is a message that if you are poor, if you are young, if you are trying to rise above your circumstances, they don't care. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.